Hi, I'm Tracy Sofra and welcome to the Women of Wealth podcast, dedicated to helping women achieve financial independence and thrive in every area of her life. Let's talk about turning to AI for money advice and what the risks are and what you should know. As you all know, AI is going at 100 miles an hour, probably thousands of miles an hour. So raise your hand if you've ever asked ChatGPT for dinner ideas. Whether it's recipes or meals, AI tools make many areas of life so much easier, doesn't it? Generative AI can help you organise data and answer those pesky questions that pop up in your head at 2 a.m. in the morning. These systems, which mimic human interaction, have become companions in our daily lives and even handle our financial needs. So, according to recent studies, 66% of Australians who use popular AI tools have turned to them for financial advice. This is not surprising to me at all, but what's surprising is Gen Z and millennials rely on chatbot or chatbots the most, with 82% using them for budgeting, investing and tax planning. Yeah? Now, I've used ChatGPT countless times to check simple math while working on my budget and things like that. However, we shouldn't rely too heavily on these tools when managing our finances. And I'm going to tell you why. Because money isn't just numbers, right? And this is actually just as a digressing side note here. Everyone does seem to think that money is just about numbers and money is just about simple things. But as I've always said, and as is part of all of our programs, emotions play a massive part. Past experiences, current situations, they all shape how we earn and how we spend. Okay, so money is a highly emotionally charged topic, one that AI cannot just handle on its own. So simply plugging in a bunch of numbers to AI doesn't give us a full or accurate picture of our financial reality. We're not saying, or I'm not kind of saying ditch AI altogether, but it's important to understand both the limitations and the benefits of using it for your finances. So with that said, let's go over a few points I've put together for you in this podcast. What can AI be useful for? Let's look at that. AI can be surprisingly helpful with money management. Here are a couple of things that shine out for me. So if you're looking for basic definitions, ChatGPT, Gemini or Claude are great at breaking down complex financial terms. It's great when you really just want to dumb it down and really get to the core of what these definitions mean. Have you ever felt lost when someone started talking about their superannuation, or you just had to nod and smile during a chat about diversifying a portfolio? I know most of you are probably saying, hell yeah, I have. Thankfully, you don't need an economics degree to understand finances. AI can clearly define basic terms, as I've mentioned, so you can better understand both the financial world and your own money. Budgeting, planning and saving templates. One of my favourite features of ChatGPT is its ability to create templates. So as an ideas person, which means I love organising all my thoughts on paper, and better yet, I love a good Excel spreadsheet. While it can feel impossible, fortunately, I can type my ideas into a chatbot and voila, everything is neatly organised. AI can also help create financial checklists, help you calculate weekly savings goals, and support other aspects of financial planning. In terms of educational content and general financial literacy, if you want to learn more about budgeting, compound interest, or different types of savings accounts, AI has your back. It's great at explaining and summarising information across a wide range of financial topics. Think of AI as a helpful assistant to someone that needs to handle a busy work life that they'd rather avoid. But here's the key, and this is where I want to kind of put a line in the sand. The key is this: AI doesn't know you personally. Even if you use it daily and it tells you how clever you are, it only has a service level understanding of who you actually are. AI can recognise patterns and gather information, but at the end of the day, it is not real. It can sympathise with your financial challenges, but it doesn't truly understand eating rice 5 nights in a row because your income went towards rent and bills. It will not understand any of those aspects. Let's take a deeper look at the limitations of these knowledgeable machines so you can use AI more wisely in your finances. What AI can't do well. Okay, let's talk about what it can't do well. Not too long ago, a client was looking to make some extra cash. I was chatting to her and she went to ChatGPT, she's telling me the story, and she asked ChatGPT to help her earn an extra $500. It broke down everything step by step, as you can imagine, and even ended with a cheerful, "You got this, girl," right? While the advice was thorough, it wasn't practical. Okay, AI had made a bunch of assumptions about her time, her skills, available resources based on previous prompts. And even though ChatGPT might know a lot about her, it doesn't understand her history, her behaviour patterns, or emotional triggers. This is for humans only, right? The advice looked sound on the surface, but it was difficult to put into practice. You see, chatbots can offer general advice they've gathered from financial articles, oftentimes without any attribution or credit. So that's a point to remember, to help you pay off debt or start to invest. Okay, they can give you those sorts of things. The problem is that this advice doesn't take into account your personal beliefs, your habits, or your financial circumstances. Unlike a human professional who considers all aspects of your life, AI tends to tell you what you want to hear. Even if you ask it to be honest or straightforward, it often gives you the answer it thinks that you actually want, not necessarily the one that you actually need. Now, financial advice influenced by culture, values, or financial trauma is something AI simply isn't equipped to handle. Okay? It can't do it. Always remember your financial situation is uniquely yours. It is all about you, and AI can easily miss the nuances that truly matter. Now, the risk of oversimplified or incorrect advice. Well, when you first start using AI, you probably notice that little disclaimer reminding you to double check your answers because even AI can make mistakes. And while it might seem like Gemini or ChatGPT to cite their sources could prevent errors, the truth is they can still be confidently wrong. And another risk is advice that seems beneficial in the short term but harmful in the long run. For example, an AI chatbot might give you investment tips that lead to an impressive payoff, right? A gain, a big gain. However, if you don't truly understand the taxation consequences or how that investment can affect your income bracket or your taxation bracket, you could potentially owe more money than expected during tax season. So it's not well-rounded from that point of view. The power of human support is that, yes, AI can do a lot of things easier and faster than humans, but it can never replace the value of human support. No matter how empathetic an AI response sounds, it doesn't truly care about you or your well-being. Reading phrases like, "It's so frustrating living paycheck to paycheck," or "It's unfair your boss didn't give you a raise," might feel comforting, but emotions are complex, as we know as humans. They can't be brushed aside with a generic sympathetic statement, as I've just read out to you. Only a human can actually hold space for you and your emotions and help you explore why you feel triggered. A professional, whether a coach, a therapist, or a financial advisor, will ask deeper questions, grounded in real human experience and understanding of who you are as a whole. Because you are not just what you type on the screen, okay? It's never that simple. And so for those reasons and more, a certified financial advisor, a coach, a mentor, and trusted communities like Wow Women can help you make lasting changes and not just quick fixes. Yeah? Can AI create a new budget for you? Absolutely. But can it figure out why you're not sticking to that budget? or recognize the behavioural patterns you keep repeating? No, absolutely not. Likewise, so much of communication happens non-verbally when humans interact. It might be the tone of your voice, a pause between breaths, or a new, a different way that you look away when you're discussing something. It's that body language, yeah? Discussing something that makes you uncomfortable. Only a human can pick up all of those little cues. All of these subtle cues, they're communicating a meaning that AI simply cannot detect. Understand that. That is really the biggest thing to understand. Without that awareness, it's easy to miss context and receive advice that truly doesn't fit your situation. So working with a human allows you to address both the emotional and logical side of money, paving the way towards true financial wellness and stability. You deserve so much more than generic advice. And as I mentioned at the start of this particular episode, it's great for definitions. It can whip up a budget for you. It can do basic functions, but it cannot replace human interaction, and you deserve much more. Remember, AI doesn't see you as a person with hopes, dreams, history, and ever-evolving goals, which is what you have as a person. Sure, it may save your chat history. We know it can do that. But 20 past conversations don't capture your whole life or the depth of your lived experiences, does it? Technology is here to support us, but it can never replace us. So, in summary, you can use AI for surface level questions and save the personal ones for your financial therapist or coach. When it comes to your money, you deserve compassion, you deserve clarity, not auto-generated responses. If you want to talk to real people about money, you can join our WOW community and have a look at our WOW Women courses that we offer. And if you need help creating a better financial foundation and really wanting to solidify what you have in your head and heart, and you want to progress with that, you want to make sure you book a call with one of our strategists. That way they can help you start building a plan that supports the life that you truly want. All you got to do is go to our website at wowwomen.com.au, click onto our programs, and best of all, the call is completely free. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with a friend, leave a review, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until next time, take control of your finances and your future.